How has the burden of proof been restructured?
So there are three mechanisms that fundamentally alter the traditional burden of proof. And they raise significant concerns about fairness to defendants and adherence to established legal principles. First, you have court order disclosure of evidence. So where a claimant presents facts and evidence sufficient to support merely the plausibility of a claim, a very notably low threshold, I might add, the defendant can be compelled to disclose relevant evidence. Now, the consequences of failing to disclose the relevant evidence is actually quite severe. If the defendant fails to disclose evidence as per ordered by the court, or if what constitutes relevant evidence is ambiguously defined such that the defendant has difficulty satisfying the court order, then defectiveness is actually presumed. Now, second, you have new presumptions of defectiveness. So defectiveness is presumed in broad circumstances. So where the claimant demonstrates non-compliance of mandatory product safety requirements, or where the damage that was caused by an obvious malfunction, whatever obvious malfunction means, during reasonably foreseeable use, then that can lead to a presumption of defectiveness. So the ambiguity of terms like obvious malfunction, that can potentially create significant uncertainty. And again, what is obvious to one court may not be to another, yet the consequence is a presumption of defect against the defendant. Third is the technical complexity presumption. Now, this is perhaps the most concerning provision from a rule of law perspective. Where a claimant alleges excessive difficulties in proving defect or causation and merely demonstrate it is likely that the product was defective, the court shall presume defect, causation, or even both. Now, this basically inverts the fundamental principle that claimants bear the burden of proof and the burden to prove their case. So a claimant's assertion of difficulty becomes the basis for presuming the defendant's liability, even before the claimant has proven anything.